It was early morning that we started our day from Rishikesh. As the sun risen, it filled up our day with new beginning and an excitement in the journey of Brahmatal. We passed through a holy place Prayag, where two visible rivers, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi river meets and takes the name as Ganga. The beauty of Ganga in itself was mesmerizing. The weather was sometimes foggy and pleasant too, which added some more excitement to our path. Passing through Rudraprayag and Karnaprayag, everyone was trying to capture the beauty of rivers and high mountains. This was giving me the feeling of mountains a calling. Completing about 14 hours of bus journey from Rishikesh, we finally reached to our base camp, Lohajang. At Lohajang base village, one can buy or get the trekking gears on rent. However, it is advisable to carry all the gears in advance to avoid an unavailability of the gears due to many trekkers attempting this trek at the same time. On day 1 of our acclimatization trek, we all were excited to see some more snow, and some more. As soon as we started climbing up, we passed through the trail of green trees, surrounded by white snow all over the place. At the end of this trail, we saw a meadow opening up, however, most of the paths were covered with snow.
Hi guys, welcome to this Brahmatal trek, and this is the first day of our trek. Because of the weather condition, we have taken down to a different place to acclimatize to the conditions, and this is the awesome top. Look at the background. This place is awesome.
From Arjun top, one can see magnificent view of Himalayas. Some of the highest mountains such as Mount Nandagunti and Mount Trishul can also be seen from this top. We spent like an hour on the top, enjoyed playing in snow. Created a snowman, clicked pictures and carrying the hopes of completing the Brahmatal trek, returned to our base camp. Keeping aside all the unnecessary things from our bags at the base camp, we pulled our trekking bag on our shoulders and started the trek at around 9 am. One can always opt for porter facility from the base camp, which is available at around 250 rupees per day. Enjoying the scenic beauty of the mountains and greenery, we reached to a point which I call it as Maggie Point. Eating hot Maggie in cold weather is a great combination for the Maggie lovers. After taking some rest, we started heading towards our first campsite. We passed through old ancient oak trees, which became the roof on our head while climbing. Completing about 5 hours of trek, we reached to our campsite.
This is the day 2 of our Brahmatal trek. We have climbed up from Lohajang base camp to Brahmatal camp, and these are our tents.
At Brahmatal campsite, the temperature was ranging between 4 degrees Celsius during day to minus 10 degrees during night. After sunset, when weather gets super cold, bonfire helped us to keep ourselves warm. This day was important for us as it was our summit day. After having breakfast, we started our trek at around 8:30 in the morning. As soon as we started climbing, the trail was getting steep. Wherever you turned your eyes, you saw these enchanting lush green trees getting covered with a thin white blanket. The layers of snow were getting increased as we moved a bit from this forest walk. Snow was that fresh and white, felt like snowfall has just occurred. I was hoping to get the weather not that worst which could become hurdlesome to make our summit. Keeping fingers crossed, we passed through tiny paths of snow-covered forest floors. After a certain climb, we could view the open expansion of Brahmatal snowfields. Everywhere around you are just white undulating snowy blanket of Brahmatal. These layers almost covered half-feet of our leg under snow. It is important to wear waterproof trekking shoes on a snow trek in order to prevent your foot getting wet due to snow. These uneven snowy landscape of Brahmatal will deceive you into believing it to be the last climb. Once reached to the top, it's felt like mountains are touching the sky. Your eyes capture the beautiful scenery and glimpses of the magnificent Himalayan ranges more closely. The windy weather with these panoramic view felt like you are in a heaven. There is a beautiful lake at the Brahmatal peak which got covered due to heavy snowfall. Hence we made our summit at Jandi top.
Hi guys, this is the third day of our trek and this is the summit point. This is the Brahmatal summit and you can see the view.
It is said that the best view comes after the hardest climb. The same could be felt once reached to the summit point, that is, at Jandi top. With the joy of completing the Brahmatal summit almost after 7 hours of trek, we started descending towards Bekaltal campsite. On our way, we visited the Bekaltal lake which was completely frozen. Green lush oak trees and a blue sky added some more beauty to this bright white lake. We also experienced a mild fall of snow on our head on our return. This was the moment for which we all were waiting for. Enjoying the return trail with snowfall, we reached to our campsite in the evening.
Hi, this is the fourth day of our trek and we are descending from Bekaltal camp to Loajang base camp.
As per my personal experience, when you are on a trek, your trekmates become like your family to share all the trekking moments with you. Thanks to Mountain Marks team for organizing such a beautiful trek to Brahmatal and also to Shapas for cooking healthy meal and washing our dishes in such a frosty weather. Brahmatal is my first long winter trek in the Himalayas. Being a winter trek, one of the main challenges to face super cold temperature, especially in the night. As per my personal experience, I consider this trek to be a moderate trek. It is said that Lord Brahma meditated here for several years, hence the place got the name as Brahmatal.